to Hot Mama Investing, which now has changed to KD Investing, where we're going to still get on a hot streak. Now, I know it's been a while since I've made a video. We had Christmas and New Year's and so much going on, but if you had been investing in the investments I've mentioned in the last few videos, they're long-term investments. So hopefully if you did get in, you'll see the best investment return by being in long-term and not jumping in and out. Now, some things we will want to swing trade. Now, when I talk long-term, I'm talking about 1 to 3 years. Things change so fast nowadays, we can't talk about, well, I don't feel that we can talk about staying in something 10 to 30 years. So, on that note, remember, I'm not an investment advisor. You need to do your own due diligence and research, make your own decisions, analyze your own risk tolerance, and go from there. Now let's get on a hot streak. Now, on the videos I've made previously, we've talked about silver going to the moon. We have talked about Ethereum and ways to invest in Ethereum in your IRA, like through the the trust, Grayscale Ethereum Trust, ETHE. Also ETH on a crypto exchange where you can actually buy the coin. Today we're going to talk more about cryptocurrency. But before that, I wanted to point out I am still investing in silver. It did go down, let's see, Friday quite a bit. And gold went down, even though it had been going up a few days prior. So I still am very bullish on gold and silver for 2021. Remember, when you're investing, it's not a straight line up. There's always going to be ups and downs. Now, gold is expected to possibly hit 3,000 by the end of the year. Don't quote me on that. I don't have a silver or a crystal ball, a silver ball. Yes, I can see the silver. But anyway, gold I think is going to do very well. I think Bitcoin is taking a little bit of the market out of gold because of it being marketed as crypto gold, Bitcoin gold. But it's not going to take everybody out of gold, because gold has been a proven asset class for 300 years, thousands of years even. Also silver. Now, not only does gold store value and silver store value, but remember, we've talked about silver also being used in technology. And with us going more green, being used in sun power and other technologies, we're going to go really far with silver. Now, I still think silver is going to the moon. Like I said, I think it will outperform gold in how many times it goes up this time. For example, gold may go up 30, 50%, maybe 100%. I think silver may go up 300%, possibly. Remember, I don't have a crystal ball or a silver ball, but this is just what I'm thinking in my investments. And especially because silver is used in technology. It's a great conductor. It's used on solar panels. So I think we're going to be making a lot of solar panels here in the future. Don't you? Now, before we get on, please make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Remember, I make these from the goodness of my heart to help you all. Please also tell people about the channel so we can grow the channel. I'm putting some time and effort in this for you all, so please make sure you like and subscribe. Now, the first cryptocurrency we're going to talk about is Bitcoin. This is the one so many people have heard about. So as you look at the 1-year performance chart from barchart.com here, you can see it was pretty sideways for a while. since probably January. Well, this is showing February of 2020. It was pretty flat, going sideways, and then it started to take off. Yes, it sure did. Just in 5 days, as you can see at the bottom, it has went up substantially. Now, Bitcoin has more than doubled in the last month. And a lot of people are wondering, is it going to crash? It's went up so much, so fast. It's been in such a rally. I personally think it's going to continue this rally. Again, this is my personal thinking. And other people too see that it's being looked at as more legitimate. More institutional investors are looking at Bitcoin and putting it into their portfolios. And companies are also investing in Bitcoin. Why would they keep their money in cash where it's actually losing money to inflation? And you can't get a very good interest rate right now in bank accounts. So why not put part of it in Bitcoin? Quite a few companies have done that, and I think more are to come, as it's being looked at as like gold, a store of value. So it has an increase in legitimacy. And like I said, it's also in demand for an inflation hedge like gold. Gold, what's nice about gold though, is it is something physical you can hold. If you could buy the physical gold, although if you're in a stock fund, that's a different thing. But it's definitely being looked at as an inflation hedge. And then there's a lot of FOMO too, fear of missing out. So a lot of us want to get in on this great time in history. Great time in history for blockchain, that is. It's been a hard 12 months in many other ways, as you all know, but for blockchain, it has been fabulous. Now, when I say Bitcoin, I feel will continue its way up long term, it doesn't mean that doesn't mean it won't have dips. It could dip 20% in one day. That means if it's at 40,000, it could go down 8,000 in one day. I'm not saying that it will, but I'm saying be ready for that. You have to make sure that your risk tolerance will allow you to handle that mentally and physically, and emotionally and financially. Next is Ethereum, which I am very excited about. Ethereum is an open source blockchain based decentralized software platform used for its own cryptocurrency Ether. I'm reading this from Google to make sure I don't miss anything. It's when you Google, what is Ethereum cryptocurrency? So what makes it different is that it enables smart contracts and distributed applications, which are called dApps, to be built and run without any downtime, fraud, control, or interference from a third party. So it makes it different than Bitcoin, and Ethereum is the platform, and again, the cryptocurrency is Ether. And like I said, it's an open source platform, and it's used to create and run decentralized digital applications. And it's used to make agreements and conduct transactions directly with each other to buy, sell, and trade goods and services without a middleman. Ethereum is great. It actually in the past has been pretty slow, but with Ethereum 2.0, it's making transactions so much quicker. And so many applications are going to be used on that Ethereum platform as well. So there is just so much going on and so much to look forward to with Ethereum. It's definitely the blockchain of the future. Different than Bitcoin, I feel it's looked at more as a store of value, where Ethereum's where a lot of different smart transactions will be taking place in the future. Now let's look at from barchart.com the 1-year performance. You can see it went sideways for a little while, but then it started its way up. It kind of creeped its way up more than Bitcoin, but then as you can see in November, it really started taking off and it's going up a lot. Now, the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum also is Bitcoin has exceeded its all-time high of around 20,000. It's way surpassed it. Now, Ethereum hasn't even reached its all-time high of around 1,400 yet. So I think it's got quite a lot of room to go. I personally think Ethereum will definitely reach its all-time high of 1,400 here very shortly and surpass it just like Bitcoin did. Usually Ethereum follows Bitcoin. It's kind of like Bitcoin is gold and Ethereum is silver. And just like silver this year, I think Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin. Just like silver, I feel, will outperform gold. Next is Ripple's XRP. Now I'm going to read a little bit about XRP from Coindesk.com. XRP is known as a real-time gross settlement system, which is a currency exchange and remittance network that independent servers validate. The currency traded is known as XRP, and transfer times are immediate. That's one thing I love about Ripple's XRP, and the Ripple network is much quicker than either Bitcoin or Ethereum right now. XRP can be exchanged for most other currencies, with its unique selling proposition being the avoidance of fees and wait times often associated with banks. It isn't made up of a blockchain, but rather a hash tree, and its currency can't be mined because there are a finite number of coins, 100 billion. XRP is popular with banks and institutions through the XRP, or I should say, though the XRP token isn't necessarily required for each transaction. So this is off of Coindesk.com. Now, we're going to look at the XRP graph here from barchart.com. And you can see that Ripple's XRP has had a wild ride here. Look at in October how it went up, and down. Well, what happened at the top here was an SEC lawsuit was filed against Ripple, and that sent XRP tumbling. Now you can see that it's starting to go back up a bit because the lawsuit is just in the United States, where Ripple's XRP is, well, the Ripple network, and XRP, the cryptocurrency is worldwide, and it's actually very popular in Asian markets. So other markets are starting to buy it up more. And there's a lot of good things going on with XRP, and we'll talk about later in another video about the Flare network. But I need to keep this video at a time that is comfortable for you all to be able to view it. But we'll talk about that more, and maybe in the next video we'll know more about what's going on in the lawsuit with the SEC. But at this point, I would say it is a very high risk investment, especially not knowing what's happening with the SEC lawsuit. And then there are some exchanges that will not be allowing it to be traded. Doesn't mean you can't still hold what you have. Like I have some in Binance, and Binance is going to be stopping trading soon. Doesn't mean my XRP is going to be taken away from me. It just means I won't be able to trade it in Binance until the SEC settlement is done, either settlement or, that there's a settlement between XR or Ripple and the SEC, or there's been a judgment. The lawsuit is claiming that Ripple is a security, not a cryptocurrency. So this is going to be important for really all cryptocurrencies for Ripple to win this, I feel. So it really, I feel, is a cryptocurrency. It is, XRP is definitely a cryptocurrency. So we'll see what happens with that lawsuit. I did put it on here as an investment because it is high risk, but if this all works out in Ripple's favor, or there's a reasonable settlement, this I feel will really take off. I would say if you do invest in this, only invest what you're willing to lose, so that you're not feeling bad if it doesn't end up the way we hope. Really, all three of these cryptocurrencies do have considerable risk, but also considerable reward. So keep that in mind. You really have to evaluate your own risk tolerances. So all three of these cryptocurrencies I have talked about today, I personally am invested in. I started investing in all three of these this summer, and Ripple especially, right before that SEC lawsuit was filed, and a lot of people got out of it. That's one reason it dipped so far down, is a lot of people heard about it and got right out. I did stay in. I'm in it for the long haul, so hoping that lawsuit does turn out the way me and all of the XRP community want it to. Now there are people on both sides of the ship, so there are some people that think Ripple's executives are going to have some fallout from this. So again, you got to do your own due diligence and research. I'll have an update on that SEC lawsuit in our next video. So we're going to be wrapping it up here. So make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss an episode.